Yes, people, we are live. Manchester United, Chelsea review after post match thoughts, post match review. I got the two Chelsea fans on with me. Obviously, one more will be joining later. Hano, debut on the channel. Gyan, first of all, how's it going, bro?
Yeah, it's
Happy.
all good. Thanks. Thanks. I'm not too happy with the result, but everything else is going fine, I guess.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I
No
can be
worries,
up
man.
this.
All good, man. All good. Yeah, we're gonna delve into this, man, because this is going to be interesting. This is going to be like this game, yeah, has really taken so much time of our lives, like so much of a time that we'll never get back. It's one of the worst United games.
Mm,
Not one of the worst United games, sorry, but one of the worst games as neutral fans anyone could have watched. Real
mm,
talk. This game, yeah, this United Chelsea game has it's the most predictable game you could ever predict.
mm.
It's going to be a draw. Nearly every game is a draw between us two. Like, I just don't understand, man. I really don't understand. But people, anyone in the watching, please make sure you subscribe and show some love to the panelists as well. And yeah, I'll come to you first. I haven't spoken to you obviously, but what are your thoughts on the game as a Chelsea perspective?
Well, I think that wasn't one of our best performances. I think that was maybe 60% of what we're capable of, 70%. That was nowhere near our full ability. Apart from Caicedo and possibly Lavia, I think the rest of our team uh, was not at their best. The lineup baffled me a little bit, and I think we can talk about that later, what I think our first team should be. But given how we played, I think a draw is a fair result. It could have been worse for us had Rashford scored that chance he had at the end of the first half, had Garnacho scored that when it dropped to him nicely, and had Bruno not, hit that into Rosie towards the end. Those are three chances that it's criminal to give away. Fafana has
Yeah,
been doing his best Pape Djilabodji impression these past two games. I'm sick of him. But you guys didn't take the chances, and that's the
yeah.
main thing. And we got a draw, and given how we played, we should be happy with that.
Hannah, what do you think, bro? What are your thoughts as a Chelsea?
Um, yeah. It was not one of our best games, but for me, it's credit to United. To be honest, we played poor, but yeah. For me, I think it's all credit to United. With the way you guys defended, and just almost didn't allow us any space. And unfortunately, when we did have the space in the first half, the final pass to create um, the goal, the chance fell to Gusto, and he messed it up there. So yeah.
I hear you guys. I mean, personally, what I think of Chelsea right yesterday, it was one of your worst performances in a long time. I can't lie, right? When you went to Anfield, I thought you were better when you went to Anfield than when you came to Old Trafford.
Yeah.
You guys shut your pants yesterday. I can't lie. You guys were awful. I can't, this is one of the worst performances I've seen Chelsea this season. Like real talk, you played better at home against City than you did yesterday.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Chelsea, bro, Chelsea,
absolutely.
bro. I, you know me. I've been a very I have a lot of praise for Chelsea and what they've been doing this season so far, right? But yesterday was just not the Chelsea I thought was going to turn up to Old Trafford. I thought you guys wanted to turn up with a lot more to your game because I didn't expect us to outperform you yesterday. I can't lie. Our attack was the reason why we didn't win the game yesterday. We had a better attack. We win that game. Like no,
Ciao,
like
Canacho.
Yeah.
Garnacho was the worst player on the pitch by a long distance yesterday. And I'm sorry, yeah. How does he last 90 minutes? How did he last the whole game? Baffles me. Because Rashford, right? Rashford should not be playing on the right hand side. First of all, why is Ahmad still on the bench? Why is Ahmad still not starting for United? I do not understand. Because he didn't start against Leicester, so why didn't he start that game? So if he starts yesterday, right? We could win the game. Also, right, Hoyland, bro, what is he doing, man? The guy's just wrestling people to the floor. Like, why? Bro, you are a striker. You're not supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to take your chances. And yeah, Garnacho should have been hooked off yesterday early. Should have been hooked off at halftime, if I'm being honest. Like, you play Rashford on the left, there's more of a threat to goal. Because he's not a right-hand side player. Rashford ain't a right winger. He's a left winger. And also, you've also got, like, Xerxes come off the bench. He didn't do much, right? But Xerxes is not a natural number 9. He's not a number 9. For me, he's at least a 10. Because his job is to link up play with the striker, and the striker does not do these 1-2s. Garnacho does not do 1-2s, right? Højlund does not do these 1-2s. So you're kind of limiting Xerxes' game in a sense. But then what else did we do after that? We got the penalty. It was a mistake by a defender. Like a horrible mistake by Fofana and Sanchez. I do not know. I don't understand what he was doing. Why did he do that? He should never have gone out for the ball.
I blame. Look, it's hard to. Robert Sanchez could have pulled himself out of the way and not made contact, and then Højlund had probably gone to ground, not enough contact. VAR overrules it, but it's hard to think through all that when you're in the heat of the moment. The problem is Fofana and the basics of defending. So being in the right position, heading the ball away, marking your man. These things are missing. He's fantastic on the ball. Okay, on the ball, he's exceptional. He can carry the ball. He can hit some really good passes. But that's what Colwill also does. That's what Colwill also does. And Colwill's weakness is the more conventional side of defending, the headers and the headers that center backs of ours in years past would win no problem. Colwill struggles with, which is fine if you have someone next to him who can cover that weakness, which is Tosin. And I think Tosin should be in the starting 11. I would start Tosin next to Colwill against Arsenal next weekend, which I think is our biggest game in 3 years, honestly, because we've never, in the Premier League at least, our biggest game in 3 years. And I don't think Fofana should start in that. I think Tosin definitely after Fofana played last game.
I thought Cole had a poor game yesterday. I thought your defense. You know what? A lot of mistakes by Chelsea. Like midfield. Look, Caicedo had a good game. I thought he was one of your only good players yesterday. And who else do I think? I thought Cole Palmer was a bit quiet. I thought Palmer was a bit quiet. Go on, Hannah. Go
on. On the Sanchez thing, this is just for me as somebody that watches football. Like. He's going away from goal. Right? And the ball is basically already going out or to the side. So for me, there isn't really a goal scoring opportunity. So that's why it's a penalty on the rules, but I don't like those type of penalties because
it was soft.
It's going. Yeah, it's very soft. Like it's going away from goal. And then it's fouled. Right? Is he really going to score? I don't know.
Højlund, I thought Højlund did okay to win the penalty. But other than that, I think he had a shocking game. It was more our attack yesterday that really costed us the game, like I said. And Chelsea were there. Chelsea yesterday were there for the taking. Like the way they played, they were there for the taking. United, on paper, right? On the bookies. People said United were there for the taking, but really Chelsea looked like the ones who were there for the taking because they didn't play their usual game. They were at the level that I expected them to be. I thought, you know what? I thought it was more like who up front yesterday? You guys think that really did nothing? Like what are your thoughts on like your attack? Jackson and what your best players this season so far. Palmer was quiet for me. I thought Palmer had a poor game yesterday.
I don't think it's the attacker's fault. I think it's the midfield. So the way we play, we're not like we're not like City, for example. We don't want to be so high up the way City are with their opponents in a deep block. We want to draw the opponent out a little bit and then play a quick ball in behind. You saw Palmer's ball against Newcastle, for example. Or you can go back and watch the Brighton game, a few of the passes that Enzo and Palmer pulled off in that game. I think that is that is prime Maresca ball. That's what he wants to do, and which is why it confuses me that he picks Lavia and Caicedo. I mean, Caicedo is phenomenal. I think he
Solid player.
he was the best player on the pitch. But with both Lavia and Caicedo, it's a bit defensive. I think you need Enzo in there. I think it's a bit too, especially if you're going to have one of your fullbacks invert like James did. So James is basically a third midfielder. James is just sitting in the midfield. So you've got James plus Caicedo plus Lavia, and a lot of the time, the James was in the position to play the killer ball, and he didn't spot it. And if it was Enzo, you'd have spotted it, and you'd have gone off and created more chances.
I'm gonna disagree with you on Enzo. I don't think Enzo. I think the thing is with the attack, I don't think it's the midfield. I just think they had a poor game. Like Jackson was non-existent. Madueke, every time he tried to take on Mazraoui, he failed, so he just couldn't get past him. Palmer
by country mile, by the way, Mazraoui.
Yeah,
best player on the pitch,
especially the second half, he stood out to me. So yeah, I think Palmer. It's a second big game. He hasn't stepped up. So yeah, he needs to step up in the big games. He done it last season, but he needs to do it now. But we will see with Palmer, man. He is still young, so it's not an excuse. But yeah, he needs to fix up. So yeah, but Neto, he was the only shining light.
Neto was very bad.
Neto was very good as
well. That touch he made, by the way, class. The way he kept that ball in, oh my days. I don't know how he kept the ball in, but fair play to him. Man.
Every touch, dude. It's one of those long, switches. He brings them down so well. It's such an asset.
Where do you think his best position is? Do you think he's on the left, or do you think he plays better on the right? Where do you guys think he's best at, like Neto?
I think you saw his best on the right. I think you saw it, man. I think you saw against United on the right where they can do. So
I agree with that. But that's only if you have Sancho on the left, right?
Yeah, that's only if you have Sancho, unfortunately.
Yeah, because Madueke has to be on the right. So then
I thought
they both. It's good he can do both.
I thought Madueke had a poor game yesterday, though. I can't lie. I thought he wasn't his usual self. He every time we tried to take on Mazraoui, he just ran into trouble. He couldn't get past Mazraoui yesterday. Only there was an odd time where he did, but it wasn't like it was like a rare opportunity that he got. But Mazraoui just recovered himself so well. The way he won the ball back for us yesterday, I just I've never seen a performance like this from Mazraoui in honestly, I've not seen a performance like this from a United player in a long time. Real talk. He was different gravy last night. Really, real talk. He was for me. That's a player I want at my football club. The Mazraoui just showed an example yesterday of players I want at my club. Players that just want players that will do the most basic things, but in a very very in a very tight situation. Because I think he was on a yellow card at one point as well, and he made many dangerous tackles. Well, I'm not dangerous tackles, but he went in for the ball every time. And you know what? Off the ball, he was off
Speaking of dangerous tackles, how did Lisandro not leave the pitch, man? Actually, how?
I don't know, man. Honestly,
my question is,
they didn't look at it properly. I think.
How did Ugarte stay on the pitch second half?
No, I think you know what Ugarte. I think with that one, I can kind of understand why he didn't get second yellow card, because he didn't make as many rash tackles or rash fouls like he did in the first half where he got himself the yellow card, because he had to stop the attack, right? Because that was the yellow card. But the second, I don't think he really made many bad fouls. Personally, I think he had a decent game yesterday. I think Lisandro Martinez was okay. I think the red card. Well, that's a discussion. I can see why you guys say it's a red card. Because now thinking about it, the Southampton player got sent off at the same thing against United when we won away at St Mary's 3-0. A Southampton player got sent off for the exact same thing. However, the foot was high. I can say that, but I don't think it was like I don't think it was malice. I don't think he had any malice to go in for like that. It wasn't his intention to get his foot high. But at the same time, if your foot's high and the stud's showing, I can understand why.
But he keeps doing it. I mean, it's always intentional. He's not going for the knee. He grazes the knee. He's not like trying to stab it.
He grazes it. I don't think he was like.
He does this every week, and it's like against Palace. What was he doing? He like jumped 2 foot onto a guy's. What is actually happening in his brain?
Luckily, he got the ball, because if he didn't get the ball, that's a red card all day.
What is happening in his brain? I don't know, man.
I don't understand, man. But the thing is, other than that, I thought he had an okay game, like Lisandro. I don't think he was great. I don't think it was a good. I think he was okay. Our fullback Dalot, I don't know what to say about Dalot, man. I think he was all right. But the one player that I think that needs to be like, talked about right now is Garnacho, and I want to ask your opinions on this on Garnacho, right? But first, before that, I just want to ask you, as a United perspective, you guys at Chelsea, right? I want to ask your perspective as Chelsea fans. What do you guys think of United's performance yesterday as a whole? Like, I've said my part. But go on.
I mean, it's hard to say because Van Nistelrooy is here for such a short amount of time. I would say it's a very battling performance. I would say you guys fought harder than you did under Ten Hag. I think the players are happy to see the back of him, and I think his sacking has brought the squad together, possibly because that was a very spirited performance, a very combative performance in a way completely different, for example, to the Liverpool game earlier this season, right? The difference is night and day. This time you fought for every ball and stuff. I'm more interested to see how will you line up once Ruben Amorim arrives. How are you going to play when he shows up? That's what I really want to see, and I'll wait for that before I make any judgment.
The thing is with that is I don't think he'll implement his 3-4-3 right away, because we don't have the players to do 3-4-3. We don't have a wing back. We have more. I think Dalot is the only player. I think Dalot is the only player that can do sort of the wing back stuff, but at the same time we don't have a left back that can do it. I think Mazraoui can, but but I think a player that would really fit us would be Alphonso Davies, because he's the guy that can really play that wing back role. If you want to do that 3-4-3 system, he's a proper wing back, because he goes up and down the pitch, like he's always constantly running up and down the pitch. He's never like He the thing is, you have to be intelligent. One of the panelists yesterday on another show said you have to be very intelligent to play 3-4-3, and I don't think we have the players to do 3-4-3 right away. I don't think he can implement 3-4-3 when he comes in. I think you do that next season where you get all your players. But Hannah, what are your thoughts on United's performance yesterday as a Chelsea fan perspective, bro?
I think you guys are really good defensively, and I think on the attack, if the chances you guys had just fell to somebody else except Garnacho, you guys beat us in that game. It's Garnacho had that shot he hits across the goal, like that went out for a corner. He had that one. I think if that's somebody else, I think that's at least on target. And then that City had like that. It just needed to hit it. Which is scuffed straight to Sanchez. That one, and of course the volley. The volley, fair enough, but those two chances, if those two chances falls to a Bruno or Rashford, I'm expecting them to score or at least make Sanchez save it. That's what I think.
What are your thoughts on Garnacho? Because I was going to ask you this before, but I thought his performance yesterday was a disgrace. Like, as a young player, you need to learn when the going gets tough. Because he really did not do what was required yesterday in a big game. There were so many times where you could have passed the ball, laid it off, but instead you choose to keep dribbling around defenders and just go back and then pass it back again, and then lose the ball. And big up Casemiro, by the way, because he ripped into Garnacho yesterday. He completely ripped into Garnacho after losing the ball, not tracking back. Because yesterday, right, Garnacho lost the ball up the pitch and he was walking.
Yeah.
He was walking back. Like, that's not a player out. That's not a player that should be playing this game. I'm sorry, right? Garnacho, right? I want to see him do well. I want to see him like strive at United, but he's not showing signs of doing that right now. And after yesterday, I'm like, you need to be dropped, my friend. You can't be playing games week in week out like this. I think it's better off the bench. Better off the bench. We start Rashford on the left, I'm on the right, and you bring Garnacho off the bench when you go up against tired legs. But I want to know what you guys thought on Garnacho yesterday. I just need to get this off my chest.
The thing is, he does well to get into the dangerous positions. His ability just lets him down. That's the only problem. So
I think it's more his mentality. You know, but sorry, go on.
I've never rated him, so it doesn't change my opinion. I never rated him from the start. So there was all that hype when he scored that goal at Everton. I didn't rate him, so it didn't change my opinion.
Sorry, not mentality, ability. Sorry.
No, I think. Do you know what it is? I think it's both, because mentally, right? He did not have the mindset yesterday to play the way that everyone wants him to play. What I mean by this is, there's so many players on that pitch here that were there trying to demand the ball from Garnacho in the most basic way possible, but the guy just kept on holding onto the ball, hogging onto the ball, and then just kept on running into trouble every time, bro. Every possession, nearly every possession, he was at it. Other than the first half, there were a few glimpses of him maybe getting into dangerous areas, but at the same time, built in the second half. I'll show you this picture. Yeah, hold on. I have what I have these what do you call it? In one game, yeah. So this was one chance that he messed up here. This was one chance right here that he messed up. Another chance here. Another chance here as well. Instead of passing it, you see, he holds onto the ball. How does he scuff this chance? Right?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
The clearest chance could have had with the game, right? And this as well. Why don't you lay it off? Lay it off, man. That's two against one right there, and that could have been the winner. Man, we really could have won this game yesterday. I real talk, yeah. Like, real talk, we really could have won this game, bro. Yeah. Look, I'm not disappointed in Ruben Nistelrooy. Obviously, I can't be disappointed. He had to pick what he could pick. There was no other option really. It's not even his team. It was Ten Hag that created this mess in the first place, right? But do you know what it is? Before the game, I was seeing the players, like, they were smiling, they were like high-fiving each other, like, come on, let's do this. They actually believed that they could do the game, They actually believed that they could put in a fight in this game. But the biggest issue was the mentality up front and the lack of clinical goal scoring threat. We don't have that, and also there's no end product. That was the biggest issue with United's attack, and I've been saying this for the longest. Yeah, Rashford, Garnacho, Højlund is not a good front three. Will not be a good front three going forward. It really isn't, because when Ten Hag was there, we had Sancho, Ronaldo, and who was our right wing before? I can't remember who it was, but we had Rashford, Martial. In that team, that's better than what we have right now, and we let all that go just for players who can't even put the ball in the net. Højlund scored 13 goals for us last season. 13. That's not good enough for United especially when you want to when you want to compete for trophies like that. It's not. It's won the FA Cup, but did Højlund play a massive part in that? No, we don't have a clinical goal scorer, and that's been the biggest issue with Man United for a long time now. But let's move on, people. 8 people in the building. Smash the like button, subscribe, and obviously share it around with your mates as well, because we need to. We want to grow as well. The final thoughts on Chelsea or anything? You guys want to talk about your next game? You guys want to just give more of your thoughts on the game. Any players you guys want to point out? Anything?
Yeah, well, I mean, we have Conference League in midweek playing a team from Armenia. I think we should. I think he will rest everyone he played today. Yesterday he'll rest all of them because he always does that for rotation. But I would also rest Cucurella and Enzo if possible because I'd like to come back into the team. If possible, I'd like to see him come back for the Arsenal game. And it's the most important game we've had in a long time in the Premier League. We're actually fighting in the top 4 now, so we should really go fully at it against Arsenal, hopefully.
Yeah, you guys have Arsenal coming up. This is gonna be a big game for you guys. And Hannah, what are your thoughts on I mean, you got Europa League this week, and
I think for me, Conference League, I actually want to see a mix. Like, we can start the B team, but I want to see a mix. Like, just build some consistency with the players. These players haven't played 2 games in a row for a while. Like, let them just put a bit more of match. Just that match readiness, because playing off, it doesn't always work. So I want to see you can start the B team but put on some 18 players or 18 players and then B team, or at least mix it, because I want to see. I think the more you play, the better you'll get out of these players as well. Because I just feel like there isn't really anything for this, right?
I think you guys
they play and the rest, and
Who do you play on Thursday again? Panathinaikos or something? Or sorry, you're
Noah.
You played it last week. You don't play this week.
We do.
Noah.
They're called Noah.
Oh,
I know.
It sounds very weird. We play PAOK at home on Thursday. That's gonna be interesting. I mean, Old Trafford. We should be winning that game. Let's be real. I think United should win that game comfortably. If we don't win that game, that's embarrassing because we only have a win in the Europa League this year. We've only got 3 draws. That means 3 points, and we're not in a good position. So we just need to win the next 5 games. I think we should be able to do that. Obviously with Ruben Amorim coming in, I think his first game's against Kieran McKenna Ipswich away. So that's going to be interesting.
The guy you hired versus the guy you should have hired. Very fun. Well,
you should have hired.
We'll see. We'll see how it pans out, because I'm willing to give Ruben Amorim a chance. I'm willing to do that.
I think you should give Rude a chance, to be honest. You can back him for.
Do you know what it is?
Till Jan. I think you can back him till Jan.
I hear that. I would give him till January as well. But at the same time, United have so much to save our season. We have so much to do, bro. We have to save our season now. Like we're in a mess. It's too risky for an interim manager coming to help us, especially when we're 14th and we're not like and we're like one of the lowest places in the Europa League. So we need to get back on track soon. I think this is the perfect time to get a new manager in, especially when you pay this release clause. That's what United used to do. We used to take players off of clubs when we really wanted to. And now we've gone and paid for a manager, which I don't know if it'll work out, but I hope it does. I hope it works out. I think it'll be an interesting appointment. I think I give him till the summer to see what he can implement, and obviously preseason we'll see what I hope we have winter break. I don't think we do. Do we have winter break this year?
I think there is. Let me check quickly.
Yo, Prime, what's good, bro?
Yo, guys, what's up?
Yeah, hey. Prime.
Yo, Prime. Quick thoughts on the United Chelsea game before.
United v Chelsea, Chelsea v United used to decide title races, Champions League final.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just a mid-off, bro. It's just a pure mid-off. We used to have, Drogba versus Rooney, Lampard versus Scholes, Terry versus Rio. Now it's Rasmus Højlund and Enzo Fernandez and Mudryk and Garnacho, bro.
Mhm.
It's disgusting. But yeah, a draw is well deserved from both sides. Both sides had chances where they probably could have won the game. Shambolic to give away that penalty the way we did from Sanchez. He needs to get dropped. But we did well to get back into the game, I guess. But none of us did enough to actually really win the game. So a draw is fair. 2 points dropped from Chelsea from our perspective. I guess Man United fans can also feel it's 2 points dropped because they played well and they were winning the game. But whatever, it is what it is. At least we didn't lose, so we can all laugh at Arsenal. So I'll take that. Take that.
Bro, Arsenal, yeah, I swear down. We're gonna discuss about Arsenal, but what I want to ask you, I want to ask your thoughts on a few players. Obviously, you know, actually before we move on, I want to ask you guys about Reece James. What are your thoughts on Reece James as a player this season, and what do you guys see the future here at Chelsea? What do you guys think?
He's been good so far, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I like that he can play in inverted role because he was a midfielder before. I think he was on loan at Wigan playing him in midfield, so he can come inside like he had to do last game, and he did a good job. I prefer seeing him sprint down the wing and whip in crosses. I don't like how Enzo used him yesterday, but he can do it. He can do the job, and he was fine.
Prime, what do you think?
Well, Reece James, I think he's been the 3 games he's played. I think he's been brilliant. I think he's not really put a foot wrong. Maresca keeps playing him as a left centre back. He should be playing on the right.
Yeah.
All the freedom in the first half Gusto had in attacking areas. If that's Reece James, we arguably Chelsea are 1-0 up and we can go on and win the game.
Yeah.
So like Gusto should just be dropped now. Put in Cucurella and either have Reece be the attacking fullback or Cucurella being the attacking fullback. Either one of them are better on the ball than Malo Gusto. Gusto, I'm a big fan of Gusto. Hey Kevin, you know this from last season. I'm a big fan of Gusto.
Yeah.
But he's just been poor this season. And I don't know if it's just like form or confidence. Maybe it's both. And also learning a new role that he's just not used to. I think he should be playing as a winger because in this system, he's best out wide, but whatever. But yeah, we'll see. Well, hopefully Gusto just adapts and gets used to it. But
What do you guys think?
I'm happy Reece is back. I'm really happy Reece is back.
Yeah,
because as much as like I bantered him and stuff in the past, like he is our best player. He is our best player. It's not Palmer. Reece is our best player.
It's a big claim.
Yeah, people need to realize that. It's not. I love Cole Palmer, but he's not our best player. Reece is. Reece is actually battle tested. He's gone at big grounds. He's faced big players and stepped up for us consistently. He's our best player.
I know what you're gonna say, bro.
The Gusto as a winger, that might not be a bad shout, you know. Because I could see it. Like whooping, just crossing in that ball. That could be a shot. I think if we between Cucurella and Reece James, I think Reece James should be the one that's inverting and create and being the one in the attack. To be honest,
Really?
Cucurella.
Oh.
Like instead of Gusto, I think Reece James should be there.
Yeah.
I think he can play Cucurella as the defender, as the defending one. Like that's just what I think. And then the what I wanted to ask. I can't remember. It's fine.
Oh, bottom right. Are you a Chelsea fan?
Yeah, I'm a Chelsea fan.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on the game, bro? Because I know Hano's thoughts.
Yeah. No, I said earlier that I thought we played at maybe 50%, 60% of our actual quality. Had we played well, I think we'd have won. But given how off the how off it we were, we be happy we escaped with a point because Garnacho could have scored, Rashford could have scored. Garnacho could have scored two great chances. Rashford, Bruno, all that. So I'm happy with the point given how we played. But we need to be better than this, and we need to be better for the Arsenal game because that's our biggest Premier League game in a long time. We have to be better than this.
Yes.
What do you guys think Maresca's approach to the game was yesterday? What do you think what do you think his plan was like? How do you think he was gonna, like, what do you think his setup plan was?
He likes playing against high lines. Like I mentioned earlier that we're not like City where we want the ball all the way in the opponent's third. We want kind of a bit of space to get in behind. And I mean, United knew that. United knew how to stop us. So we need a plan B. And again, like we need more killer passes in the final third because we have the attackers who can change the game. We just need to give them the ball regularly in dangerous areas.
Yeah, and I hear that completely. Hannah, Fran, what do you guys add to that?
I think we've also learned like a bit how to play against a low block. So it isn't necessarily just the eye line. I think low block wise, we still need to face it a bit more so we can get used to it. But no, I think we did. I think we've learned to play against it, like Forest, Palace. I think we learned how to play. I just think United, like you had Casemiro and Ugarte there in front of back four. One stage you had Lindelof in the midfield as well. So you guys just had a very good defensive shape, and that stopped us. So, but it's something we need to learn about, and I think we'll get results sometimes like that under Maresca. So yeah.
Prime, what do you have to add to that, bro?
Bradesca, I think he's using one of our inverted fullback as like a 10. That's what he's using with Gusto. He even said that before the United game. My thing is, if you're going to do that, then have that player be Reece or Cucurella, someone who's actually like good on the ball. I can actually pick out a pass. Because again, the positions Gusto had in that first half, if that's Reece, like we could have been 1-0 up at halftime, and that's a different game, So I just think it's just the wrong personnel he's using. And then in our second team, when we play Conference League games, he's using the Sassy as a right back. That's just not working either. When you have Gusto, who could play that. So I just think he needs to work out on that. But in terms of and also Sanchez needs to be dropped. Like he needs to be dropped because he cost us at Old Trafford yesterday. Because I would have been like a 0-0 is better than a 1-1 because the reason why the game was 1-1 or the reason why we conceded was because of a howler from Sanchez.
Yeah.
If that game ends 0-0, then at least I know Sanchez didn't cost us the game. He cost us against Liverpool at Anfield. We go 1-0 down, we equalize through Jackson, and then 5 minutes later, we're conceding that goal from Sanchez. He didn't cost us against Brighton, but he conceded a second goal. And if that's Chelsea from last season, we end up probably drawing that game or losing. He's just, how many more games does he have to make big mistakes, which leads to goals, which could then lead to bad results? Like Arsenal, we know how good they are from set pieces. Yes.
Yeah.
Attacking play is not that good, but we know what they can do from corners. We know how they love to crowd the goalkeeper. Sanchez will make a mistake leading to a goal for Arsenal, and that could win them the game. Even if Arsenal are not that good on the day, they could just win it from a set piece. And so
Arsenal have shown they can win smashing and grab games as well. And not only that. Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead first.
No. It's okay, bro. It's okay.
Speaking on set pieces, we really need to improve from corners. because we get
Yeah,
so
your
many
corners were
corners.
awful yesterday. I don't know what you guys
We
did.
need,
Except that one
w-
chance that you guys hit the post from a corner.
Bro,
yeah,
I know. Our like people talk about how we can't defend the set pieces, but what's also a big problem that no one's mentioning bar me is our delivery from corners and free kicks is very poor. Unless, like, I've been saying this since preseason, our only consistent quality delivery of a ball comes from Reece James.
Mm.
Neto cannot do it on a consistent basis of a quality level, nor can Mudryk, nor can Sancho, nor can Madueke. Even Palmer's deliveries from wide areas are not consistently quality. The only player I trust is Reece James, but he plays so further back that his crossing ability doesn't matter anymore. So as much as people can say that we don't have Jackson is poor aerially and everything, maybe, but we also don't have anyone who can actually deliver proper balls from because the last 10 minutes or so against Man United, we pinned them back. We were putting balls in the box, but there weren't anything of quality. Last season, we saw Reece came on against Nottingham Forest. He put in a cross in the box, Jackson headed home. Like, we don't have that delivery from wide areas. So even though people talk about we need another option, we need another physical presence in the box, I agree. But if we had Osimhen right now, we wouldn't utilize his presence in the box because who's going to deliver across from that wide? I don't trust Madueke.
Yeah, no, but
so
my thing is even from set pieces, when we have a corner or free kick and we whip it in, like you already know it's going to be cleared away.
Bro, did you see yesterday Cole Palmer taking corners? Like, and Enzo's done it a few times this season as well. Have you noticed whenever we take corners, we're swinging the corner straight at the goalkeeper to catch? Like, did you notice that?
Look, I think Palmer takes it on the right because they want to almost bring an in swinger, but it doesn't work. He suggested it off his other foot because he's going off his left, so he should just try and hit it off his right. Yeah, that annoyed me. And even the Liverpool game, we had also like 8 corners, I think. How many? Was yesterday we had like 10 corners at least. We just didn't capitalize. So that's one thing we need to work on. But I think if that improves, our defending from set pieces will also improve. Yeah, we had 8 corners against United.
I thought Fofana was terrible yesterday. By the way, I don't know what he was doing for the Højlund when the ball came into the box for Rasmus Højlund and when he took it around Sanchez and won the penalty. What was Fofana doing? How did he miss that header completely? That's completely.
He just mistimed the header.
He completely mistimed it, and also Sanchez was. I don't know what he was thinking, man. I don't know why he went out for it. I don't know why he went for the ball. He could have just stayed out of the. So he could have stayed out of the way and maybe wouldn't have been a penalty.
Because it's Rasmus. If you just keep your composure, like I don't care. I don't trust Rasmus to score. So if he just keeps his composure and stays strong, then like it's not going to be a goal. You don't have to make that challenge. But equally for Fofana, you're just mistiming the header. You're mistiming it. Like Reece James was in that position, I think, last game against United. And he timed it perfectly. Cole's been in that position before, times it perfectly. Like it's so frustrating because, like, it's just 2 bozo mistakes. It's not it's not the system. A lot of the goals we've conceded this season have been because of bozo mistakes. It's not Maresca, but Chelsea fans will blame Maresca. Maresca has not got exposed or. I guess the only game he's been outclassed in, I would say Slot outclassed him. I'll be fair to that. But other than that, there's not been a game where he's been like outcoached or outclassed or anything. The goals we've conceded is Sanchez, Fofana, like bozo mistakes. If we had a better goal, like give me Vicario and like I don't know.
Vicarious. No.
Vicarious is a good
You-
goalkeeper. He's a very good
Nah,
goalkeeper.
they can give me Onana and
I don't. I don't know. No.
I know you have to.
Wait,
But at least Onana would be better with the ball at his feet than Sanchez.
yeah,
So,
that's what I'm thinking.
like Onana, right? As much as he was being a bozo for United last season, at least he's good with the ball at his feet. Now, to be fair, United under Ten Hag, they weren't playing with Ten Hag wasn't playing possession-based football. He was being a terrorist, but at least Onana can play with the ball at his feet. That's the like big positive that he has. Sanchez, like Sanchez's selling point is being a ball-playing goalkeeper, but he can't play with the ball. He doesn't do anything. He's a below-average goal. Brighton, a mid-table club, made him their third-choice goalkeeper, and then we bought him to be our first-choice goalkeeper. There's something massively wrong there.
Where's Petrovic, by the way? Before
He's on loan at
Strasbourg.
Strasbourg.
on loan,
Yes,
Yeah.
at Strasbourg.
he'd do a much better job than Sanchez. Honestly, I can't lie. He'd do a much better.
But speaking about goalkeepers, yeah, Prime, they should just get one of our keepers from our nations. Like, just get one of ours. Like,
Oh, Ronan Williams. Yeah.
yeah, or get yours. Yours is decent as
No,
well.
Ali. Yeah. Nah, because you know what? I know what the Chelsea fan base is like. If you give them look at the way they treated Mendy, bro. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Okay, fair.
Hannah, what was the
Yeah.
question you were going to ask earlier again? Like the question.
Nah, I can't remember. Yeah.
But
It's
anyways,
fine.
you need to hop off, yeah.
Yeah, I need to quickly go.
Yeah. Make
fair
sure you
play.
make sure you subscribe to Hano's channel. It's in the title right there, Coach's Corner. Let them know what you got coming up, bro. Before you have to go.
Yeah, got championship preview.
Mhm.
I think in an hour's time. I won't be on, but one of the other guys will be on. Doing that, and then tomorrow, I think I will do Real Madrid rather than Sporting City.
Okay.
And yeah, then Friday, cricket show, as well as we're gonna watch. It's another game. I think it's Arsenal, but another one instead of Arsenal. But it's scheduled there. You guys can just check it out. So yeah, thanks for having me on, bro.
No worries.
Appreciate it, man.
Anytime, always, man. Let me know whenever you want. Whenever you want to hop on, and we can do a show, man. I'll also jump on your show as well, man. But take care, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, man.
Take care.
Cheers. Up the Chelsea.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Big up, I know every single time, man. Coach's Corner, go check his channel out. But Prime, continue what you're saying, bro.
No, yeah, that's just it. Like, it's frustrating, and having a shaky goalkeeper, like, it makes your defense look shaky. It's just, yeah, like, and again, it's just stupid thing because, like, it can happen. A defender, even the best of defenders, they can, like, fine, they can mistime a jump or something. It can happen, but that's why your goalkeeper should then bail you out. The amount of mistakes that, like, Rio, Vidic, John Terry made that we've never seen because Petr Cech or Van der Sar made the save and dealt with it.
Yep.
Deal with it, and I expect that. I expect you to just deal with it. That way, it doesn't end up being a mistake, and we don't end up having this conversation. If Sanchez had just dealt with that, maybe Chelsea go on and win the game. Maybe we don't win the game and it's still a draw. But at least then, I'm not talking about you costing us the game. Because the focus right now should be on Cole Palmer and Jackson going missing. That should be the focus. But we can't speak on that because I have to speak on you costing us this game.
And your set pieces as well yesterday was
Exactly. But I can't speak on that because you're the reason why we didn't win this game.
Well, I think Fofana should get some of the blame as well.
No, I agree. He should get some of the blame. I've spoken for Fofana. He shouldn't miss. You should not be mistiming that.
Yeah, and they had to rely on Sanchez to bail you out. But yeah, it was a stupid penalty. Any thoughts on the game before we move on to other games as well?
I mean, we can move on. I think we've dissected this game to death. I mean, we can move on. But I mean, I agree with a lot of what you said. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what you think, but I would drop Fofana for the next game, and I'd play Tosin next to Colwill because I really like Tosin. I think he covers the weaknesses of Colwill. Because Colwill's fantastic, but the more conventional style of defending, the headers, passing players off the ball, he doesn't have that. And I think
I
Tosin
hear it.
is a combo long run.
The way Pets, like, I hear it. I think a 3 like, maybe not. I would, because if we're still going to do this back 3 thing, my defense would be Reese, Colwell in the middle, and Vega on the left of the 3, and then have Kukurea being inverted fullback.
Yeah,
I think Vega is a very good defender. I don't think Vega's a midfielder at all. I think he's a very good defender. He's got the size, he's got the presence, he's got the ball playing ability. He's comfortable in wide areas, which Colwell isn't.
Vega's really quality, but I mean, I would go Reese, Tosin, Colwell, then Cucurella, personally. But yeah, I see Vega. I see the point. Vega's fantastic.
Yeah, I hear it. But my thing is with Colwell, he can't play in wide areas. So that's why, because we saw it against Liverpool when Gusto wasn't tracking back. So Colwell had to push out and was dealing with Mo Salah. And yes, it's Mo Salah, so Salah gets past most people, but still Colwell was just getting stripped all game, and I don't want that. We saw Colwell last season play as a fullback. He's not comfortable in wide areas, so I'd rather have Colwell as central in the pitch as possible and have someone like Vega have to deal with that.
Fair enough, yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, let's move on. Which one you want to talk about first? You want to talk about the City game, or you want to talk about the Arsenal game? I think we talk about the Arsenal game. No, that's that one. That one should be the one we should talk about.
No. Save dessert for last, bro.
Okay, sure. We'll save the best for last. You know what I mean? Arsenal.
Exactly.
Man City though, shocked to 2-1 loss to Bournemouth. Obviously, you know what? I will say something crazy though. In my head, I kind of think I kind of had a feeling that would happen because City have not. You know what it is? I watched the City Southampton game last week, and Southampton actually played a decent game against City at the Etihad. City won the game, right? But they didn't. But they weren't as convincing as most people thought they would be, and this result for me has been coming because City have looked a bit off in the last few games as well, and they for me were gonna get beat by somebody. And Bournemouth, you know what, Iraola playing some decent football with Bournemouth, I thought, you know what, they could do something. But what do you guys like? You know, I mean, what do you guys feel about the City loss? What do you guys just want to speak about Man City for a bit?
I didn't get to watch it, but I mean, I got to watch it the last 10 minutes. So you go ahead with that. I think, yeah.
I didn't watch the game because I was watching the Liverpool Brighton game. But Prime, did you watch the game or did you?
The City game, no, I didn't watch it.
I mean, but let's speak on the City, like Man City's obviously they're now 2 points behind Liverpool only. However, Liverpool took top spot. Liverpool, for me, right? Liverpool look good, man. Like it pains me to say it, but they look really good. Like 1-0 down, yeah. I thought, you know what, Brighton playing some decent football, getting some decent chances, getting to good areas, but wasting so many of the chances they got, man. Brighton really could have won that game, or at least gotten a draw. Because that Salah goal, man, it's class. Just that was class, man. Honestly, the finish was insane. The way he just took that and put it into the top corner. Liverpool came back from 1-0 down. Like, for me, they're top of the league for a reason. They're top for a reason, man. And honestly, I can't even put it past them right now. But any thoughts on Liverpool or anything you guys want to say about Liverpool?
I think rival fans need to just be honest and accept the fact that Mo Salah is by far the best player in the Premier League.
You think?
His inevitability, bro. His inevitability. He's the best player in the Premier League.
Honestly, yeah, fair enough.
At this current rate, I hear you. Like, he's only 11 off Thierry Henry as well. Like, only 11 goals off of Thierry Henry. Yeah, I think so. He's only 11 goals off Thierry Henry's Premier League goal scoring record. So, he's probably gonna break that, and he's definitely gonna be within touching distance of of Harry Kane, Alan Shearer, but yeah, I mean Liverpool right now they deserve to be top, man. It pains me to say, but I think they might win the league this year. I genuinely think this might be Liverpool's year. Like the way that the form they're in right now, the way they're moving, I just can't put it past them. Let's talk about this game though. Spurs Villa. We'll talk about this game because this one was interesting. This one was interesting. Villa, right? That had one of the worst games I think they've played all season. Off the back of a 2-1 loss against Crystal Palace at home. They lost to so now they went to the lane and lost 4-1, right? But for me, Spurs, this is one of like a typical Tottenham game. Like they'll perform bad against like for example, I'll give you an example. Maybe a Luton Town, for example, of last season, and then they'll go and beat like Villa like 3-1 away or something. It's typical Tottenham, man. But what do you guys think of Tottenham and obviously Ange Postecoglou and everything?
Yeah, Ange ball works best when you try and play against it. When you try and get in their face, you try and dictate the game. That's when Ange ball works the best because they can stop you from playing. Ange ball struggles when you're away at Palace or you have most of the possession. Then he struggles. Look, I really like Ange. I've liked him for a long time. It's sad that he's at Tottenham. And I do believe in him a lot. So mixed feelings, man. Because it sucks to praise Spurs, but as a Thai league fan, I've been watching him since he was coaching Yokohama. I know how good he is. He's fantastic. I hope he succeeds. I want him to succeed, but sadly, it has to be at Tottenham, and it's not going to happen because it's Tottenham, so he's not going to succeed. But they're scary to play against. You can never underestimate them, especially big games really up for it. So you gotta be careful, and yeah, they can hurt you definitely.
We've got them away in the Carabao Cup in the quarterfinals, so I think that might be the end of our road in the Carabao Cup. I can't lie, we're going away to Tottenham. It's not easy, man.
Honestly,
I think they get beat.
In that, genuinely, like the cup.
Tottenham in the cup.
I mean, it's Tottenham, but it's also Ange, and Ange always wins in the second season. He's got that.
Fair enough.
That's like to him as well. So we'll see which one is stronger.
The last trophy Spurs ever won was the League Cup, to be honest. So I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they did go on to win it. But let's not forget Liverpool are there as well. Liverpool in that competition, and they can easily rotate and get through. They got
lack of depth, right? Are you saying win the league at all?
They do, but Liverpool win the Carabao Cup.
Lack of depth is a real problem for them.
At the same time, though, the Carabao Cup is like a typical Liverpool Cup. Like they usually go and win that Carabao Cup. I would say that about Man City, but Man City ain't winning it anymore. So it's gonna be. I think it'll be Liverpool who wins it now, unless United stop Tottenham. Then then we shall see. Because United in the cup against Liverpool, they usually do well against Liverpool in the cup. In the league, not so much. But Prime, what are your thoughts on Tottenham Villa, bro? Did you watch the game?
Oh, did I watch the Liverpool game?
Yeah,
not Liverpool, Spurs.
Yeah, did you watch the Spurs game?
No, I didn't.
But what are your thoughts on like Tottenham and how do you think this loss might damper Aston Villa this season? Do you think it'll ruin them, or do you think it'll?
I think they'll be fine. Villa will be fine. I think what Emery's doing, I think he's trying to he's trying to play the way that they've been playing in Europe to bring it into the Prem, which again clearly isn't working. But Villa, like, they'll be fine. The way Emery's speaking about Villa and how he said something like along the lines of they're trying to push beyond the mold of what Villa is and stuff. So like,
yeah,
I think Villa will be fine. They'll still finish like within top 6 anyway. Whether or not they'll get top 4, I don't know, but they'll finish within top 6. That'll still be a good season. How far they'll go in the Champions League, I still say they won't make it past the round of 16. But regardless,
I think they might.
I think they'll face a quality side in the round of 16 and get knocked out.
It depends who though. I think if they face, like, for example, like a Real Madrid, yeah, they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but And also like a Barcelona. Barcelona are cooking right now this season as well. So that's scary. That's a scary team to play against. But now we move on to the best part. Arsenal. Arsenal.
Shame about the Astra.
You know what I mean, bro? Arsenal, fam. What happened? What happened to Arsenal, man? You know what?
They believe their own hype now. That's the problem. They
They
believe their own hype. They think they're the shit, and then they put pressure on themselves, and they get the reality check.
Bro, the sheer arrogance that Arsenal fans have about their team, yeah, it's seriously like it's like next level. Like, how do you call this team successful? Like, how do you compare this team to, like, oh, this Chelsea, bro? People, they're laughing at Chelsea for finishing 12th, but they don't realize that Chelsea have won a Champions League more recently than Arsenal ever won in their history. They've won a trophy more recently than Arsenal have as well. And you could win one this season with the FA Cup as well. I think you might have a chance to win the FA Cup, but we'll speak on that one later. But bro, Arsenal, man, like, you guys, I swear to God, yeah, Arsenal fans need to really, really, like, stop overhyping these guys, because they're not what they seem to be. I've given Arsenal praise in the past only when it's due. I am giving you praise for finishing second every single season and always coming up short and saying you had a successful season when you didn't win anything. These Arsenal fans really, really, like, they're so level headed. It's like, I don't know where you get this confidence from. And I have people saying this Arsenal team is better than that team. You didn't win anything. How do they have the divine right to compare this team to that team? Is like, we have more points than Fergie's team, so we should beat them. No, you don't. No, you won't. If you came up against the Fergie team, you get smacked 5-6-0, bro. Trust me.
They think. Wait, they said what about Fergie?
They said some Arsenal fans, yeah. I'm not gonna name names or anything, but some Arsenal fans, yeah, were on about, like, this Arsenal team is better than this Fergie team, that team. You know what I mean? Like, bro,
No. We need to name names. We need to name and shame.
Bro, there's a lot of Arsenal fans on Twitter, yeah, that give it the big talk, yeah. That they give the big talk, and then when they go hiding. They go hiding when they're told to come outside. They don't. They're in their shells. And once again, yeah, you go and lose to Newcastle. Okay, fine. Newcastle, you know what? It's one of those games where I'm like, you can lose to Newcastle. A lot of the teams go and lose to Newcastle. But you lost to Bournemouth recently after calling yourself the best defensive team in the league. Well, I've given defense praise, but they've been conceding goals so easily, man. After that,
but when Chelsea nicked the late 1-0 win against Bournemouth, we were called shit. Remember? Only Bournemouth. So.
It's mad, man. How do these Arsenal fans get so confident about their team?
Anyway, yeah, I googled Arsenal to see the stats in the Newcastle game.
Go on.
And what popped up was 3 hours ago, Edu leaves Arsenal. BBC News. Edu leaves as sporting director 3 hours ago. So that's big shit. If he's really important to their success, it's big shit. But yeah, I mean, Arsenal, I don't know what's gotten into Arteta. He's turned into prime Tony Pulis.
But he hasn't turned into it. This is what Arteta is. Remember when he first joined Arsenal? That first 18 months? How defensive he was. That's Arteta. He's a defensive manager. Don't get fooled 2 seasons ago when they played attacking football. Don't get fooled by that. He's a defensive manager. You don't build a team where you have 4 center backs on the field, 3 defensive midfielders, and you think you're an attacking manager. Even Pep is not. Pep doesn't do that.
Turning into Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at Man United, like, all over again. Like, this is like this.
Yeah, but even Ole wasn't that negative though.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? He actually had a decent set piece taker and stuff like that. He actually had
Ole's counter attacking was the best in Europe.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you're saying Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's counter attack was best in Europe, right?
At that time, yeah. Well, before it fell apart. Before things fell apart, there was a point where it was the best in Europe.
He's the only manager to not lose at the Etihad in the Premier League, like in his reign managing in the Premier League. He's the only manager to have won every game at the Etihad, bro. Literally every game he's
Bro,
managed to
and
that he's
remember,
won.
he had a midfield pivot of McTominay and Fred. Arteta spent 100 million on Declan Rice.
Against
Yeah,
Pep Guardiola.
He with Jorginho for some reason. I don't understand what he's
How
doing. What he thinks he's doing.
Bro, why would you go and spend
Arteta has Williams Saliba. Ollie had Lindelof and Maguire. Like,
bro, we had Lindelof and Maguire, and these lot have Saliba and Gabriel, and you know what's funny, right? You know what's funny? They were talking this season that Arsenal could have the Chelsea 15 goals record, but that's dead now, isn't it? That's dead now.
Is it
That's
literally
dead.
already dead? Like, if they already conceded more than 15, I wouldn't be surprised.
no, they've
Bro.
conceded, I think,
Well,
12. 11?
Wow. Yeah, that good record they're going for, man. Ridiculous.
Listen, Chelsea, man. Listen, just. Actually, let me even just check exactly how many goals they've conceded.
Go on.
So I need to know how many Chelsea need to score. Where's the Premier League?
There's 40 people in the building. Grab as well while Prime's getting the stats up. This is gonna be
Season 11,
interesting.
you got to put 4 against them next weekend, and the record's dead.
Do you think you'll beat Arsenal? You guys?
I mean, I hope we will. No, I think we will, just because they've got Inter in midweek, and Inter will take a lot out of them. Like, Inter will really run them down.
True, but last time we rested our squad, we couldn't beat Man United. So who knows?
Fair, but I mean, I think
going to Old Trafford is harder than playing at home to Arsenal. I can't lie. As United, I can't even say that with confidence because we've been shit, right? But going to Old Trafford is never an easy test.
Yeah,
no, I know.
Because Chelsea haven't won there since Fergie's last season.
Guys, this is the Premier League table. I'm gonna share my screen.
Go on. Go ahead.
This is the Premier League table. People can see. Arsenal, they've conceded 11 goals. So
11.
that's 4 goals left until it hits 15.
Imagine you put an end to that this weekend.
Jackson 4 goals. Let's go.
Yeah. Also, context, right? Arsenal have best defense in Premier League history. Have conceded 11 goals. Chelsea, we have a shambolic defense. We've only conceded 12.
Nottingham Forest 7.
Worst Man United side in Premier League history. Hey Kevin, right?
They conceded the same amount of goals, almost the same amount of goals as us.
No, you've only conceded 12, so only one more than Arsenal. So hey, maybe your defense is not that bad, or maybe Arsenal's is overrated. I don't know which one it is.
No, our defense is not bad, bro. It's the thing is our attack. We ain't scoring goals. That's been the biggest issue with United.
Crystal Palace have conceded 13 goals, so 2 ahead of Arsenal. This is let me look at Fulham have conceded 12 as well. So maybe Fulham have the best defense in Premier League history as well. Newcastle have only conceded 10, so they're better than Arsenal's defense.
Can someone bring
Bournemouth have conceded 12. Spurs, you know, highline and attacking football, kamikaze football, have conceded 11 goals, so on par. So,
can you bring up Nottingham Forest's defense? By the way, who they have defense?
I will, but let me just say, a Rodri-less Man City, by the way, have conceded 11 goals. No defensive midfielder.
Liverpool conceded 6.
You said I should bring up Nottingham Forest's players.
Nottingham Forest defense. The defense that started against West Ham.
Oh, against West Ham. Who they just played at the weekend.
Yeah. It was right. Sorry, yeah. That one. Bring that one up, yeah.
Let's see. Sels in goal, Ola Aina, Jankovic, Muriel, and Moreno. With Dominguez and Yates as the double pivot.
And they're comparing Saliba to Rio Ferdinand. And these lot conceded more than what Nottingham Forest conceded. Big up Nuno Santos, by the way. The guy's actually doing bits with Forest right now. I can't lie, they're actually cooking. I want to see Forest back in Europe again. I really do. I hope they get like some maybe Europa League or Conference League or something this season. It'd be nice to see them back in Europe. Like they need to get back to the top, man. Nottingham Forest, because I thought they'd get relegated last year, but you know what? They didn't. So they survived, and now look at them. They're cooking in the Premier League. They're actually doing bits. I can't lie.
Nuno, that's what happens. Nuno, it's a drug. It's the short term.
This is the Fulham team, by the way, that they're playing. They're going to play tonight. This is the Fulham team that have conceded one more goal than Arsenal. Bernd Leno, who Arteta sold, wasn't good enough. You got Tete, Joachim Anderson, who was at Palace last season, Calvin Bassey, Nigerian international, and Antoine Robinson, one of the best left backs in the league. What Berg, who United wanted, with Andre Pereira, who wasn't good at United. That's the double pivot, by the way. A Man United reject. It's better than Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, and Moreno.
Oh shit! Do you guys realize this? This is the Fulham 3 in midfield is all ex Arsenal. Nelson, Smith Rowe, and Iwobi.
That's peak. That's hilarious.
Oh my god, bro! This is fucking hilarious, bro. And bro, what Arsenal Inter, man, bro, it's peak going to the San Siro with this form, man. And Inter are cooking right now in Serie A. Inter, one of the most dangerous teams in Serie A, if you exclude Napoli, obviously. And bro, if Arsenal fans have any confidence going to the San Siro, I wish you luck. Like genuinely, I wish you luck. People are saying Arteta is the be all end all. Yeah, people are saying Arteta is much better than Inzaghi, or Arteta is this and that. He ain't better than a lot of managers in the world. The way people hype Arteta, right, is insane. Like real talk. Arteta's a decent young manager. I'm not taking anything away from him, right? But the guy is so overhyped. It's like he wins nothing, but he gets all this heap of praise. Like from where does he get it from? You know what I mean?
What would Inzaghi be able to do with Arsenal's squad?
They probably win the league with them. I can't lie.
That's what I'm saying. When we
probably win the. There's so many better managers than Arteta out there. Why aren't Arsenal waiting for Inzaghi?
You got Calafiori, Saliba, White as a back three, or Gabriel Saliba. He'll probably move Saka to left wing back, but that's what he does. He probably win the league, man. I mean, I have to be honest. The way he played, dude, he probably win the league.
The way he set up the team, the way he went when he went to the Etihad, right? The way he set up really impressed me. The way they outplayed Man City that day, I can't lie, that was class. The way Inter played at the Etihad that day, they were just passing it through Man City and stuff. They were just like getting playing between lines. Missed a lot of chances, but you know what it is? I think Inter were unlucky that day, and they really could have gotten a result at Man City. And Inzaghi's team setup, class. Like you just like the guy's an unreal manager. Like he's one that I want. Like in the future, if you have the chance to get Inzaghi, go and get this guy immediately, because he's going to turn us into title winners again. I promise you, he's going to win. He will win us the Premier League again. Inzaghi, he would. Real talk. And bro, I wish Arsenal the best of luck. Because actually, you know what? Let's bring up Arsenal's next few games. Because now, how many points are they behind Liverpool? Like what? 8 points behind Liverpool now.
Sorry, you should bring up Arsenal's next few games.
Yeah, how many games are they behind Liverpool? How many points are they behind Liverpool now? It's mad.
Yeah, Arsenal are on 18 points. 7. Liverpool is on 25. So what is that?
7 points.
7 points.
7 points. They're cooked. That's awful.
7 points off the top. You guys are ahead of Arsenal on goal difference.
And Arsenal's next, you said their next few fixtures are so obviously Inter at the San Siro, but in the Prem, Chelsea at Old Trafford, Nottingham Forest at Emirates, Sporting at the Dragao, and then, or not the Dragao, but whatever, and West Ham, London Derby. So 3 difficult Premier League games.
Oh, this is a tough run.
And then you play Man United. Fair enough, it's at Emirates, but Man United now would know. Is that Is that
No,
going to
no.
be?
Amrim's gonna be there. Amrim's gonna be
Is
there.
he
Yes.
playing Amorim twice?
Am-
Or is Amorim
that's
already
no,
gone?
Amram.
No, because Amrim comes when we play Ipswich.
Okay.
So he'll be gone before the Arsenal
Hold
game.
on. So Amram is here on the 11th, right?
He'll be here when the international break begins. So when the international break begins, he's already.
So 11. So Ipswich is his first game, right?
Yeah, Ipswich's first game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ipswich, that should be a win regardless.
Yeah.
You'll beat
Should-
Bodo Glint. You'll beat Everton. So that's 3 games. In
We should be getting all wins.
Let's even say 2 games you win. In theory, like going into that Arsenal game, you're going in with a lot of confidence. Whereas Arsenal, they could be going in with shit looking very very shaky.
They play Forest at home before they play United.
Bro,
Forest, Liverpool.
Chelsea at the Bridge, Forest at Emirates. Forest will love that because all they'll have to do is sit back and play on the counter, and then you have
It
West
suits
Ham.
Forest. Yeah.
I know West Ham have been poor this season, but West Ham still have quality players. If they just turn it on, and Arsenal don't actually show up, it could be a long day. And who knows? Maybe what's his name is sacked by then. Lopetegui could be gone by then. They could have an interim or a new manager, and that manager bounce. Oh my god!
Yeah, bro. Nottingham Forest. Yeah, that Arsenal Nottingham Forest game. It might suit. It actually might suit Forest because think about it. Forest have what? Chris Wood who could play against the low block. Arsenal love to play. Arsenal will sit deep. They are going to sit deep against Forest because Arsenal is the type of team to play very defensive nowadays. They're very defensive. Remember they called Jose Mourinho for playing defensive football? That's what Arteta is doing with them right now. He's utilizing his defense. So you know what I mean? And they can't even get a result. They can't even get a proper result. You know what I'm saying? Bro, Forest are looking really good this year. I can't lie. They're definitely European contenders again. I hope that's the case.
This is like Forest on the counter attack. You've got Alanga, Gibbs White, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Chris Wood. Yeah. Long day.
Wait, bring up Arsenal's fixtures again one more time. Arsenal. Let's bring the fixtures up again. What we saying about Arsenal's games? I think they lose away at Inter.
I think that will be a draw. They'll just sit back and stink out the game. I think it'll be a draw. Like 0-0 or 1-1. I think it'll be a draw.
Yeah, what are you saying? I
think Inter win that.
And then they go Chelsea. I think that's gonna be a draw, to be honest, because you guys were 2-0 up away at home against them last season and they came back. But I don't.
That was again. Who was that? Who was at fault for that? Fucking Robert Sanchez, right?
Yep.
Right.
Back
Sanchez, right? That game.
Back post marking.
The 2-0. He gave the ball with one of them, right? I swear.
Oh yeah, and Rice scored that long shot. Yeah. Or something, right? Sanchez costed you guys again that game. They got Forest at home. That's going to be tough, man.
Anyway, guys, I love the Arsenal banter, but I'm gonna head out.
No worries, man. No worries, man.
I mean, I can see you doing this until the sun rises, mate. But I gotta.
Big up, man.
Yeah.
Love, man. Every time, bro. Every time.
Thanks for having me on again, man.
Huh?
Thanks for having me on again. See you next week.
Before you go, quick prediction for before your 2 games this weekend. So you got Chelsea in the Conference League against
Noah. They're called Noah from Armenia.
And you got Arsenal. What are your predictions for those 2 games before
I think we rotate heavily against Noah, but I think a 2-0 would be great with a rotated team, and that'd be really good. Or 2-1 even. Yeah, we'll concede.
And then
get 2-1 with a rotated team. And Arsenal, another 2-1. I think we'll do it. I think we'll win.
Interesting. Well, all right, man. You gotta head off. Big up, man. Thank you, bro.
See ya.
Oh my god,
bro! These fixtures are tough, man. I just hope Forest come back from the break and be like, they're on form. They're at it. I just hope they're on form because
Kwanzaa. Oh, Kwanzaa, man. Oh my god.
What's going on?
Oh, Kwanzaa's just being exposed
What happened?
for
Gerald
DMing for Gerald Kwanzaa, the Liverpool player, is being exposed for being thirsty towards Astrid Wet in the DM on Instagram.
Bro, I swear, man, I swear, bro. You know what I mean? Of all people, you know.
Hey, listen, it happened to Jackson last year, and he got
Yeah,
motivation.
and
so.
he bagged a hat trick against Tottenham, didn't he?
At least it's not one of Chelsea's players, so I'm happy, bro. It's always a Chelsea player.
Yeah, that's
Well,
fine.
At least it's
But
not us.
Forest game, that could be a draw. Then they got Sporting away. They should win that one, honestly. Ruben Amorim's not there anymore. West Ham away, I reckon they win that one. Then the big one. Arsenal against United.
Where is that? Emirates.
It's the Emirates, man.
I think you guys beat Arsenal. I think that's like that'll be a statement win for Amorim as well.
That we have to see because you know what it is, right? The new manager bounced with Solskjaer when he came in, right? We actually beat Arsenal in the FA Cup. It was in one of those games. We actually beat Arsenal in the FA Cup, and then they got Fulham away. Yeah, I think they win that one. Monaco at home, yeah, I think they win that one as well. So Arsenal, look, if Arsenal don't pick up form right now, it's going to be really dangerous for them. I can't lie. Like real talk, it's going to be dangerous for them. Because these laws talk about title races and everything, yeah. And at the start, I also called Arsenal to be title favorites because of the way they were playing towards the end of last season. I thought they'd pick up form, but then guess what? They didn't. They don't buy Odegaard replacement. They don't buy Saka replacement. They don't buy. They didn't buy a striker. And Arsenal fans are calling that a good window. Like, who did you really buy that was needed? You bought Calafiori, that was not needed. You didn't need Calafiori. Arsenal did not need Calafiori. People can say what they want. They didn't need Calafiori.
I said this when they signed him on Sarcasm City. They don't need Calafiori, and people were telling me he's a good signing, bro. I'm not saying he's not a good defender, but
they didn't. In
reality, you needed a winger, you needed a striker. You did not need Calafiori.
And then when they got Sterling from Chelsea, another Chelsea player that's been thrown away to Arsenal, bro. How many players has that been in the last in the last 10 almost 15 years, sorry. How many years has that been? 2019, right? Arsenal, I swear they bought like somebody from Chelsea or something like that. How many players have Arsenal and Chelsea exchanged in the last 5-6 years, man? I swear, Aubameyang played for you guys. David Luiz played for Arsenal. Like, how many more players are Arsenal going to buy from Chelsea? Albeit
until they just because Arsenal are so desperate to get the we took your best player tag. They said that with Sterling. They said that when they signed Havertz. They gassed up David Luiz. Arsenal are always in our shadow. They always want to do this. Our player is better than your player. Remember when they bought Torreira? Torreira is better than Kante. Declan Rice is better than Caicedo. They always want to do this,
bro.
They always
just hearing you say this already disgusting.
And
even though
to even think about saying we'll break Chelsea's, they said this season that they'll not only break our Premier League defensive record, they'll break our Champions League defensive record. We have both records.
Didn't they say they were going to go for 100 points as well? I swear they were. I remember they said we're going to go invincible. Remember someone from AFTV said they were going to go invincible. They said they were going to go invincible. There was someone from AFTV that said we're going to go invincible, man. Bro, these people have where to
invincible and break our points record, bro. Speak.
It's embarrassing. How do these people get away with this, man? And no one holds these all accountable.
Because we don't take them seriously, bro.
No one does, man. Arsenal fans are always in our shadow. The thing is with Arsenal, right? I have nothing against the people I know that support Arsenal because they're not always bothering me about shit. Like they don't. I know a few Arsenal fans that are at least at least keep it real and are humble, right? Those Arsenal fans deserve a lot just to see their team win, right?
No, they don't. Hey, like what Lex said, whether you're a good Arsenal fan or a bad Arsenal fan, I don't give a fuck.
That's, to be fair with you though, like, okay, let's talk about this. Yeah, how have Arsenal not gone and addressed a striker in the summer? That is wild. Like, you could have gone in, yeah, and signed a striker, and all would have been much better. The chances that Havertz and Martinelli missed against Bournemouth, right? Those chances will be taken by a top class striker. Let's just say it as it is. Like, you sign Osimhen, yeah, he takes that chance. He does. He takes those chances. You go and sign Odegaard's replacement. You miss someone to control the game, to dictate the play. You don't have that. Odegaard's been out, so why isn't Arteta playing Nwaneri? Nwaneri's a good player. Every time he comes on, he looks like a decent level player, bro. I swear, he actually looks quite good. I can't lie. Nwaneri's a decent player. He played against us in the preseason. He actually looked really, really good. I'm not gonna lie. I actually think he's a good player. Where's the respect for Nwaneri? Where is Saka's replacement? Saka's arguably your most important player. Real talk. He's arguably Arsenal's most important player other than Saliba. I can't even they don't even sign a Saka replacement, right? That's just embarrassing. And they call that window a 7 out of 10. How do you call that window a 7 out of 10? You didn't address a strike. You didn't address a left back. Actually, no, not a left back. You didn't address a Cam or Odegaard replacement. And you didn't address a Saka replacement or Saka's backup. Excuse me. What are you doing, Sarah?
Saka, yeah, like I think Saka gets overused and overplayed. One, he doesn't have a backup, but two, he's their best forward. Well, I say their best forward. He's their only good forward. Like that's why I kept saying in the summer, like it's not necessarily them needing a striker. If they get another winger that's of the same quality as Saka on the left, that means you can have certain games where you don't need to play Saka. You can just play the left winger, or don't need to play the left winger. You can play Saka. You can get through those games, but they don't have anyone. That's why Saka has to get overused. And you're just Saka's gonna break down, bro. He's just gonna break down.
Because Saka's been run to the ground by Arteta, and there's a reason why the guy got injured, because he never needed to play. For me, right? I kind of blame Lee Carsley for his injury, in a sense that, because you know why, he never should have played that Nations League game. It was very unnecessary. Like, I don't see the point why England even need to play that Nations League game. Or I don't even understand the point of Nations League, to be honest with you. I think it's the most pointless shit ever. Like, the Nations League, I don't understand why they even came up with it. I like, real talk. I don't know why they came up with it. And also, yeah. And also they have like what? What's his name? They have Saka. Sorry. I remember Oli ran Bruno to the ground as well. And Bruno didn't get injured, but Bruno was gassed. Even though I don't rate Bruno Fernandes highly, I don't understand why the guy was playing 19 minutes every game without rest. Even during the COVID period, when you had games every 3 games, you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's also, it's mad because I don't understand. Yeah, players should be getting rest. That's why a lot of injuries are happening nowadays, because players don't get rest. They're always playing every 2-3 days. They're always, being run to the ground, being forced to play 90 minutes every game. It's mad. I feel bad for Saka though, because I can't lie. He's a really good player, man. And Arteta just needs to understand that he needs to sign a replacement. I don't think Sterling's that guy. How do you go inside Raheem Sterling, right, to compete with Saka? Sterling, who got binned by Chelsea, right, is Saka's replacement. Another player Chelsea binned, Jorginho, was one that Arsenal never should have signed. I don't understand why Arsenal even signed Jorginho. Don't understand why Arsenal even signed David Luiz at the time. I don't understand why Arsenal signed what's his name? Don't understand why Arsenal signed Sterling. It makes no sense, but they make a lot of unnecessary signings. Fabio Vieira being one of them. like Sambi Lokonga, another one. That's why Arsenal have been in a mess, because they're always signing players that are not needed for the team. They're always signing some mediocre players, right? But you know what? You know what it is? This squad is good, but they need replacement. They need depth. They don't have that, bro. And that's why Arsenal are falling apart now, early on. Because Arsenal would be thereabouts towards the end of the season, but they're falling apart because of their lack of depth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right, but that's their problem. Arsenal fans accept it though, so they accept
Yes.
being mediocre. The mediocrity of it all. They won't like admit that's not working or call it out. So they go through the same cycle over and over.
I hear that, man. I hear that. It's 14 of you in the building. Please hit the like button, subscribe. We are gonna close out soon. Any final thoughts on, like, the football on the weekend, and obviously, any other games that you watched, or you can review that as well, bro. It's Premier League review.
No, not really. Just win next weekend. We need to win next weekend.
Before you close out, I want to ask your thoughts on Garnacho, because I didn't ask for your thoughts on his before you joined. What are your thoughts on Garnacho?
I thought he got pocketed. He got pocketed by Reece, but then again, he also could have scored. So
He stuffed that chance. So
that's just what Garnacho is. He will get a lot of chances. He'll miss them, but then the most difficult of chances that he had, that one was the closest to going in. So that's just the sort of player Garnacho is.
Here, I have a funny. I have something to show you. Yeah, this is crazy. This chance right here as well in the first half, right? This one here, where I don't know what he's doing on the ball here. He should have passed, right? This one again. I don't know how he scuffed this chance. And this one, bro, this was the game winner right here. This. You laid off to Ahmad or someone who I can't tell who that is on the ball, right? Sorry, I can't tell who's making the run. I presume it's Ahmad, right? And then Xerxes at the far post.
Let's see, put yourself on big screen.
Here.
No, you put your camera on big screen.
Oh, okay. Sorry, hold on. I don't know what's going on here. Here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when he could have made a simple cross in, yeah.
Literally, bro, send Ahmad through, right? Ahmad's onside. You send Ahmad through. Ahmad against one. You lay it off to Xerxes. Xerxes taps it in.
Bro, that reminds me so much of Sterling last season, bro.
I remember one time it was Sterling against Wolves, wasn't it? That he didn't pass, and you guys could have scored a tap in or something like that. Bro, Garnacho, man, I don't understand. Like, why is he playing like this every single game? What? There's no one to discipline him. That's the problem. He's not being disciplined properly. As a young player, yeah, you need someone like you need a role model or someone that could just tell you, look, you need to stop. You need to stop living like, what do you call? You need to stop having the weird thought in your mind that, oh, I need to be this person. You're not Ronaldo. He keeps thinking he's Ronaldo. That's the biggest problem. He keeps thinking he's not himself. He doesn't believe in himself. Garnacho can be a decent player, but the way he's playing right now, he's playing for himself. I'm just saying it as it is. People could say I'm harsh, but I'm just saying the truth. I don't think he's playing for. I think he's just playing for himself. He scores some nice goals. He scores some good finishes, and I like him when he scores goals. But a lot of his celebrations are very, very shameless as well. Along with Rasmus Højlund, man, and that's a massive problem. Like, there's lack of accountability and shame in English football nowadays. It's just getting out of hand now. You know what I'm saying? Garnacho for me, right? He needs to be dropped next game. I just don't understand why he's playing. So he should be on the bench. Rashford should be on the left. Even though I don't like Rashford that much, Rashford should be on the left. Ahmad, who's my favorite player, on the right, and then you play either Xerxes or Højlund up front. Real talk. That's my front three. Even though I don't think it's great, it's better than having Garnacho on the left, hogging onto the ball, not passing it, he keeps holding onto the ball, loses the ball, doesn't track back. Casemiro rinses into him, rips into him, right? Also, you've also got this time where you also got the time where he just takes the ball to the byline, passes it back all the way back to the center backs. Because you don't want to pass the ball to your forwards, my friend. And that's been a big problem with Garnacho. The guy does not play simple football. He doesn't play the basic. He just wants to play for himself. Well, I don't know, man. What are your thoughts on all that?
Like that Garnacho's Garnacho. Like I don't know what people expect from him. It's interesting what happens under Amorim. Will Amorim use him as like a touchline winger?
I hope
like
not.
as a or not winger, as a wing back, because he is someone who can beat his man.
He's not intelligent enough to play wing back. He's not intelligent
True.
enough. You need someone. You need someone like an Alphonso Davies to play a wing back for us. He'd suit us very well.
But until you can sign someone in January, he's gonna have to make do.
Because then Luke Shaw's not fit. Luke Shaw can't play wing back. For me, I would go with if United really are serious, right? Go and sign Alphonso Davies on a pre-contract in January. If he doesn't sign with Bayern Munich, if he doesn't extend his contract with Bayern Munich, go and sign his pre-contract in January and try to lure him to United, which can play that wing back role. Try and play that wing back role. He's one player that he goes up and down the pitch non-stop, constant running. He's always there. He's always making runs. Amorim will love a player like Alphonso Davies. Even though his defensive abilities are a bit iffy, I still think that he can do a job at wing back, like a really good job at wing back. He's that wing back for me. That's what I think. Amorim will love a player like Alphonso Davies. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think Davies though. I think he's definitely going to Real Madrid. I think a good option for Man United would be that Milo Kirkes at Bournemouth, because I think he'd be cheaper than signing Ryan Aït-Nouri, who United are into.
I hear that, and also there's what do you think of Theo Hernandez? You think he'd be a good player for United, especially Theo Hernandez?
What'd you say?
Theo Hernandez. You think he'd be
What do you
a
mean
good player?
Theo Hernandez?
Do you think he'd be a good player?
But he's also older as well. I think if we're trying to go for a bit of like longevity, then you would go for Milo Kirkes because he's younger.
Fair enough. But people are gonna wrap it up in a bit. What's your predictions for the two Chelsea games this week? I might get you on for the Chelsea Arsenal preview this weekend, but what's your prediction for the Chelsea versus the Conference League game you got
against Noah? Yeah, I think.
I guess.
We win that game. We
I
win
think you should
against Noah. Against Arsenal. Let me. I don't know. Let me draw. I want to say win, but I think it's going to be a draw.
Fair enough. And what's your prediction for the United PAOK game at home at Old Trafford?
United win.
Yeah, I think United should win that one as well. But yeah, people, we're gonna wrap it up here. There's over 16 of you watching. Please make sure you head over to the YouTube and smash the like button and hit subscribe, because obviously I would love to get to 100 soon. I'd love to get on 100 subs. Right now I think I'm on 73, 74. I'm not sure what I'm on, but I'm definitely nearing that 100. So please, people, get me to that 100. And obviously, you'll be seeing more Prime. You'll be seeing Hano, Gian, everyone. You'll be seeing a lot of more people on the channel. People, I will be live again in about half an hour. I'll be back. I'll be previewing and reviewing the NBA week 2. And obviously we'll be reviewing the F1 that happened last night as well. So people, make sure you tune in to that in a bit. But Prime, thank you so much for coming on, bro. Really appreciate it, man. It was good fun talking about Arsenal at the end. You know, you did say save the dessert for last, and it was a bit of cooking, wasn't it?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, bro. It was good.
No, all good. Anytime. Real talk, man. It's good fun chatting football, man. I love it. Even though my team's not doing well, it's still like, you know, we enjoy talking about the game. You know what I'm saying? And let them know where they can find you. Or let them know what they can let them know what you got coming up, bro.
I'll be doing another review of this game. I think tonight or tomorrow.
On which channel?
Keeping It Real Chelsea. And then I think that's it. A preview for Noah on Lewis's channel. A review for that game, I think, on Casually. And then obviously Arsenal previews. So, and obviously Sarcasm City.
All right, sure, man. But thank you for coming on again, bro. And obviously, I might get you on for the preview again this weekend, yeah. So keep your eyes peeled for that, and obviously, you know, make sure you show us some love as well, and in the chat. But yeah, that's gonna be our Premier League review today. It was good fun, good talking about Arsenal, good talking about United, the game, obviously, even though not much happened. But people, that's been us. We'll be out now for now. I'll be back in half an hour, so you guys get ready for that stream. Take care, people. Bless. See you later.